Welcome, everyone, to the deep dive. And today, well, we're doing something special, focusing this deep dive as part of Chat Like a Native, just for you.
That's right.
We know you're keen on making your English sound more fluent, more natural, so we're digging into that today.
Exactly. And we're tackling a habit that, honestly, it trips up a lot of learners, even native speakers sometimes. It stops communication from being really vibrant.
Yeah, we're talking about those adverb phrases we all use, like very quickly or really slowly. They seem fine, but maybe a bit lazy.
Kinda. We'll look at why they sometimes fall a bit flack, and then the exciting part, how to swap them out for words that are much more powerful, that create real pictures in the mind.
So if you've ever felt your English is like good, but maybe not quite memorable, or you just want your words to paint clearer pictures, then this deep dive is definitely for you. We think a few simple shifts can make a huge difference,
Yeah.
make your English more engaging, more precise.
And even more economical, actually,
Yeah.
helping you really chat like a native.
Okay, so let's get into it. What's the actual problem with a phrase like very quickly? It sounds okay, right? What makes it weak?
Well, the main thing is it's vague. It tells you something happened fast, sure, but how fast? There's no specific detail there.
Right, it doesn't give you much to grab onto.
Exactly. And it leaves things a bit, well, open to interpretation, which isn't always what you want for clear communication.
And that word very, it feels like we lean on it a lot, doesn't it? Very quickly. Very good. Very interesting.
It's super common, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you're learning using very for emphasis, feels natural, but it can get repetitive.
A bit uninspired.
Yeah, precisely. And it's often a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
You could be using a word that's much more descriptive, much stronger.
Ah, okay. The missed opportunity for imagery. That makes sense. It's like saying she moved very quickly versus she sprinted or she darted.
Big difference, right?
Huge. You can just see sprinted in your head. Moved very quickly is, well, it's just words.
Exactly. And that brings us to why this precision actually matters.
Mhm.
Why bother?
Yeah. Why?
Well, first off, engagement. Stronger words grab your listener's attention. They pull them into the story or the idea,
Right. They make people listen.
which is key to chatting like a native, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just about being understood. It's about making an impact, making someone feel what you're saying.
Totally. And clarity, too, I suppose. Precise words leave less room for doubt.
Absolutely. No ambiguity.
Yeah.
People know exactly what you mean. That builds confidence, both for you and for the listener.
And you mentioned economy earlier. How does that fit in?
Well, think about it. A single powerful verb, like sprinted, replaces moved very quickly. That's one word instead of three.
Ah, I see. It makes your sentences tighter.
Tighter, more fluent. It respects the listener's time, gets straight to the point. It's just efficient.
Okay. I'm sold on why we should avoid weak adverbs. So the big question, how do we actually do it? How do we find better alternatives for something like very quickly? Where do we start?
A good first step is to think about stronger, more specific adverbs. Instead of just very quickly, you could use words like rapidly, okay, or briskly, instantly, promptly, hurriedly. Each one adds a slightly different flavor.
Yeah, because promptly isn't just fast. It suggests being on time, maybe courteous.
Exactly.
And hurriedly sounds more like panic or rushing.
Precisely. That nuance is what makes your English richer. But honestly, there's an even better strategy.
Oh, what's that?
Just get rid of the adverb altogether.
Oh.
Choose a verb that already has the speed or manner built into it.
Ah, like we said before. So instead of move very quickly, you just say sprint.
You got it. Or walk very quickly becomes rush.
Say something very quickly, maybe blurt.
Perfect. Or finish very quickly. It could be whisk, whisk it away.
Or exit very quickly,
Oh.
bolt, like he bolted out the door.
Yes. See how much more evocative bolt is. It gives you the action and the speed and a sense of urgency, all in one word.
It's so much more efficient.
And powerful.
Super powerful. And that's really strategy number one. Prioritize those descriptive verbs. Find the verb that does the heavy lifting. Right, so maybe instead of say, he spoke very quietly.
You could say he murmured or he whispered.
Much better. So a practical tip for you listening might be to keep a little list, maybe. High-impact verbs you come across, like dark, surge, whisper, bolt.
That's a great idea. Okay, strategy 2. You can use adverbial clauses.
Adverbial clauses. It sounds a bit more grammatical. What do you mean?
It means using a longer phrase, a clause, that describes how something was done instead of just a single eskly adverb. It adds context, emotion.
Okay, give me an example. If I start with she ran very quickly. How does that become an adverbial clause?
Well, you could transform it into something like, she ran as though the walls themselves were closing in on her.
Whoa! Okay, that's completely different. It paints a whole scene, gives you the reason for the speed. It's much more dramatic.
Exactly. It turns a simple description into something vivid.
I like that. Okay, what's next? Strategy 3.
Leverage body language and context. This is the classic writing advice. Show, don't tell.
Ah, right. So instead of saying someone is doing something impatiently, you describe what they're doing that shows impatience.
Precisely. So instead of, he tapped his foot very impatiently, you might say.
Ah, he tapped his foot, glancing at his watch every few seconds.
Perfect. The listener infers the impatience from the actions. You don't need the adverb impatiently at all.
It's so much more engaging that way, too, because you let the listener connect the dots. It feels more real.
It really does. Okay, fourth strategy. Create descriptive sequences.
Descriptive sequences. Sounds interesting. How does that work?
It's about building up the sense of speed or manner through a series of short, sharp actions or descriptions, rather than just stating it with an adverb.
Okay, so let's take the storm arrived very quickly. How would you sequence that?
You could describe it. Dark clouds gathered, lightning cracked overhead, then rain hammered the rooftop, all before I could even blink.
Ah, I see. The rapid succession of events, clouds, lightning, rain, makes you feel the speed of the storm arriving. No quickly needed.
Exactly. The sequence itself conveys the rapidity.
That's really clever. So we've got descriptive verbs, adverbial clauses, showing not telling, and descriptive sequences. It sounds like we should just ban all adverbs.
No, not at all. Adverbs definitely have their place. They aren't the enemy.
Okay, good. So when is it okay or even necessary to use them?
Well, sometimes there just isn't a single verb that captures the meaning perfectly. Like, he sighed deeply.
Right, can't really say he deep sighed.
Exactly. Or sometimes you need an adverb for subtle emphasis. The solution fits perfectly. Perfectly adds a nuance that's hard to get otherwise.
Makes sense. What about common phrases like, she smiled broadly?
Yeah, fixed expressions often rely on adverbs. Smile broadly is natural. Broad-smiled sounds weird. So in those cases, the adverb is doing important work, adding a specific shade of meaning.
So it's about being mindful.
Mindful and also thinking about the degree of the adverb. Don't just stick with very. You can vary the intensity.
How so?
Well, take softly. You can have, he whispered softly. That's the positive degree. Or make it comparative. He spoke more softly than before.
Or superlative. He whispered softest of all.
Exactly. Same with loudly. She spoke loudly. She spoke more loudly than the crowd. She spoke loudest in the room. Using comparatives and superlatives adds precision and avoids overusing very.
That's a really useful point. Okay, this has been incredibly helpful. For everyone listening who wants to put this in action, what are some practical exercises they could try?
Yeah, we've got 3 quick ideas. First, try an adverb audit.
An audit? Sounds serious.
It's easy. Just take a paragraph you've written or even one you're reading. Go through and highlight every word ending in suckably.
Okay.
Then, for each one, ask yourself 2 questions. 1, could I just remove this adverb without really changing the meaning? And 2, could I replace it with a stronger verb? Or maybe an adverbial clause like we talked about.
I like that. Makes you really examine your word choices. What's exercise number 2?
A verb swap. This is great for building vocabulary. List maybe 10 common everyday actions: walk, talk, eat, look, whatever.
Simple enough.
Then, for each of those basic verbs, try to brainstorm 3 really vivid descriptive alternatives. So for eat, you might come up with
devour, nibble, savor.
Perfect. Doing that regularly really expands your toolkit of powerful verbs.
Great idea. And the last one?
The show, don't tell drill. Take a weak sentence, maybe one using very quickly or very slowly. Write down, say, 3 examples.
Okay.
Then rewrite each of those sentences completely without the adverb. Use the techniques we discussed: a stronger verb, body language, context, a sequence. Force yourself to find another way.
Excellent. So to wrap up, it sounds like mastering English, really chatting like a native, is a lot about choosing the right word, not just a word.
Absolutely. Trimming those weak adverbs, reaching for stronger verbs, using context. It all makes your communication sharper, clearer, more engaging.
It makes your English pop.
It really does. And remember, adverbs aren't bad. They're tools. But use them thoughtfully. Let precision and creativity guide you. Think about painting that picture.
So the challenge for you, listening, is think about how much more you could say with fewer but more impactful words. What kind of vivid image will you create with your English today?
Keep practicing these strategies. Make them a habit. You'll definitely find your spoken and written English becomes clearer, more professional, and, yeah, more engaging. It's not just about sounding correct.
It's about truly chatting like a native.